It's Workbench for Workbench Quagmire, and it's day 22 of our Free Code Camp Python certification in 100-ish days. Um, Today, we're actually going to go back a little bit. I noticed that when I got on the account, there were a couple of things. Let me close some of this stuff out so we can see what's going on here. Um, there's a couple of things that showed up that I hadn't seen. I don't think we skipped them. I think that Free Code Camp just updated them. So we have this build an employee profile generator, and then we have build a travel weather planner. So today on day 22, we're going to cover this. Day 23 will be build a travel weather planner. And then hopefully, unless FreeCodeCamp decides to update something else, we will get to this build a user configuration manager certification project, which I haven't done one of those yet. So pretty interested to see what that's like. I did some of the JavaScript ones back in the day, and it'll be interesting to see if it's about the same type of thing. But for now, build an employee profile generator, 18 steps here. A lot of this should be review if you follow along sequentially. If not, I'm going to try to get this into the playlist in the correct order. So, thumbnail will say day 22, but it'll really be, if you follow sequentially, it'll be much earlier in the process. So, step one, strings are sequences of characters used to store text data. As you might recall from previous lessons, you can create a string by enclosing text inside either a single or a double quote. So here's our example. Hello with single quotes. Create a variable first name, which stores the string John, and the variable last name, which stores the string Doe. Then print first name and last name. So oh, I'm going to assume they want us to print them separately. This will put them on separate lines. We could separate them by commas. So code passed. Awesome. In Python, you can combine strings using the plus operator. This is called concatenation. Here's an example. So hello plus world is our greeting. Create full name by concatenating first name and last name. So I don't think this is going to work, but I think that's sort of the point. And I'm just going to do what I'm told. No, first name is not identified. It's because I left the R off. There we go. Oh, and I should print this variable. So print full name. There we go. Step 3. Yep. If you can concatenate the two strings John plus Doe, the result is John Doe, no space. To fix this, you need to concatenate a string containing a space between them. Update full name variable so it concatenates first name, space, and last name. So there we go. Create a variable address to store the employee's address and assign it 123 Main Street. And finally, print address. So there we go. Step 5. Now your address seems incomplete. You also want to add the apartment number where the employee lives, so you should modify the variable. When you want to add content to the end of an existing string variable, you can use the augmented assignment operator plus equals with a which is shorter than writing var equals var plus new text. So there's our example. And remember, the strings are immutable. Therefore, this operation does not change the original string. Instead, it creates a new string and assigns it to the variable. Use the plus equals operator to add the string apartment 4B to your address. So we're going to want to go address So this is really just assigning address and this new string to address. So it's, even though it's immutable, it's basically saying, okay, address was 123 Main Street. Now address is 123 Main Street plus the apartment number. So I think that can maybe be a little bit confusing because it's immutable, but you use the same variable name. The output in the terminal is getting crowded. Before you continue, it's time to clean it up. Remove all the print statements from your code. Okay. Now create a variable name, employee age, and assign it 28. Now you want to create a string that displays the employee's age. Start by creating a variable employee info and assign it the results of concatenating full name variable and a string consisting of the characters is preceded and followed by a space. So e info equals full name and actually we just need this is, hey, there we go. Now try to concatenate employee age to the end of your employee info string. Once you've done so, you'll see a type error in the terminal. In the next step, you'll work on fixing it. Yep, there's our type error. We can't concatenate an int to the string. As you see in Python, raise the type error can only concatenate string, not int to string. This happens because Python does not allow you to concatenate text or strings, and numbers, integers directly. To fix this, you must convert the number to a string first using the string function, which returns the string version of an object. So use the string function on this int. Now we get rid of our error. So update the employee info, assignment to convert employee. There we go. Now complete the sentence by concatenating the string years old to the end of employee info. Remember to include a space at the beginning of your string. Oh, and then we want to print employee info. There we go. Okay, step 12. Now you're going to use the string function one more time. Just like age, you must convert any numeric value to a string before concatenating to the other text. Create a variable named experience years and assign it the integer 5. Okay, then create a variable experience info. Okay, and assign it the string form by concatenating experience and the experience years variable converted to a string and years at the end. Print the result of the terminal. Oh, I'm going to convert to a string, not the end to a string. So experience plus years. There we go. Step lucky 13, concatenating many strings using the plus and converting numbers using string is messy and hard to read. Python 6 introduces f strings to solve this by adding the letter f before the opening quote, you can put variables and expressions inside the replacement fields represented by the curly braces, for example. So here's our example. Hello, curly brace name. Create a variable employee card and assign it an F string that displays employee followed by a space and the value of full name variable. So F, yep, employee, and then we put full name. All right. Currently, the employee card only shows the employee's name. Now you're going to add more information to it. Update the employee card's assignment to include the employee's age. The final string should look like this, with name replaced with the employee's name and age replaced with the employee's age. So, and because we're doing this, we don't have to use the string function anymore. We do have to use the correct variable though. There we go. All right, step 15. Now it's time to add the final details to the card. Create a variable named position with the value of data analyst. And a variable named salary with an integer value of 75,000. Then update the employee card F string to include the position and salary. So that's what it should look like now. We just keep putting these. And then finally, print the employee card. Uh-oh. You should update employee card using the F string employee, full name, age, position, and salary. Oh, I forgot the $sign. Okay. Details. There we go. When working with strings, you'll often need to extract a specific portion of a string. This is called slicing. The syntax is string start stop, where start is the index where the slicing begins, inclusive, and the stop is the index where slice ends, exclusive. So there's our example. Text 0 to 2 gives us pi, not pyth, pite. Employee code has define employee code as this string here. I'm going to copy this because this is messy. Code equals that string. After that, create a variable department and assign it the slice of employee code from 0 to 3. So department equals employee code. And print department to the terminal. There we go. And dev is what we get. Step 17, you can slice from any part of the string, not just from the beginning, and it is helpful in many cases. Create a variable year code and assign it the slice of employee code from index 4 to 8. This extracts 2006. Okay. And then create a variable initials and assign it employee code from index 9 to 11. There you go. Finally print both variables of the terminal. Yay. All right, step 18. You can also use a negative number to slice from the end of a string. For example, -1 refers to the last character, -2 refers to the second last character, and so on. To get the last three characters of a string, you could use string -3 colon and then bracket with no space or anything. Note how the stop parameter is omitted after the colon. This means that the slicing should proceed up to the string boundary, so to the end of the string. Create a variable named last3. Use negative indexing to extract the last three characters from employee code, which represents the ID number. Finally, print last3 to the terminal. So there we go. That was it. We have completed the build an employee profile generator. Next time, we will cover this build a travel weather planner lab that probably is going to use some of this stuff here, math and Boolean conditional and conditionals. And then we will be on to our certification project, our first one. Again, barring Free Code Camp updating anything else. I can't even find where they announced this anywhere. So I kind of hunted around on the forums and people were asking questions about them as recently as a few days ago. But I just noticed it yesterday. So that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you tomorrow.